last couple days, I am batting 1,000 with the TPUSA goons, where now Tyler Bowyer and Andrew Kolvet both have replied to me with these really weak replies. Dude, Tyler got so brutally ratioed, it's not even funny. Dude, TPUSA is beat. Yo! Hello! Yo, God, what's up? All right, couple things here. Number one, can you do something about your fucking followers and Pride Month? It is like, holy shit, bro. Every year, it's like, some people being proud of having civil rights, and then a bunch of closeted Jesus freaks like flipping out because all they think about all June is gay. Dude, you gotta do something about these people, dude. They're fucking annoying, okay? They're really ruining your clout. Your stock is like in the shitter, dude. You, right now, God, you are like Melania coin because of your fucking followers. All right, that's number one. Number two, what are you doing between now and 2028? Can we get an asteroid? Like a big one? Like I'm talking like Jupiter size, boss. And fast, right? Make it, I don't know, out of some nickel cadmium, or even better, a lithium core, dude. That would be really frustrating for that Elon Musk tweaker. All right, make it a big one. Send it in, dude. Dude, you pick DC or Palm Beach, Florida. You pick. All right, thank you. Bye-bye. By the way, 40% of the people who are watching my YouTube are not subscribed, so make sure you hit that sub button. All right, you get all the good gossipy shit and you laugh your ass off, and you get a lot of Kermit phone. All right, look who else got in my shit, boss. It was Tyler Bowyer from TPUSA. Look at this idiot. There's that YouTuber, this Jessie Ridgway. I don't know who this YouTuber is, but you may or may not have heard this story. But so a YouTuber and his wife got pregnant. She got pregnant, and they did some tests, and there was something about the Down syndrome gene, a test that came up, and they like mulled it over, and they just were like, we don't know if we could be like the parents of somebody with Down syndrome, or like with what they go through, if we would want to bring a human being in with Down syndrome and have that person struggle with all that shit. So they made a very difficult decision to not have that baby. Okay. And this is like stirring up a lot of controversy. Now, again, whether you agree or disagree, if you found out you were going to bring a human being into the world that maybe is going to suffer their whole life, if you choose to not take a chance on bringing that person in the world, I think that's a very difficult choice, but I could understand why people might want to make that choice. I don't know. I mean, people are allowed to make those decisions, okay? Now, this has created a shitstorm where a lot of these Republicans have come in and started, chiming in on this. And so Tyler Bowyer came in here and said, I would adopt a Down syndrome baby tomorrow. He said, hoping I get that opportunity someday. This is too sad for me to even wrap my mind around. And so I replied, I said, really? Okay, so how many adopted kids do you have now? Right? Like my guess is that Tyler Bowyer has 0 adopted kids. And in fact, you just been grifting money out of TPUSA. But like all of these people who've said, oh, I'll adopt that baby. There's like 30,000 kids who need to be adopted right now. And none of these people are adopting any kids. They're literally just saying they would because they're trying to cop a moral high ground. And so I told him he's a piece of shit. And look at him, dude. He replied to me and then he got ratioed. Okay, because he went to my profile and he saw my shit about the assistant to the assistant regional manager at Antifa. And he replied to me, Antifa. Dude, what an idiot, bro. What an idiot. Isn't that funny? And I'm like, dude, I don't think this guy ever saw The Office. You know, I just don't think this guy fucking is aware. But then he got ratioed. Dude, everybody was piling in on him. Dude, and I'm like, bro, homie never watched The Office, right? Everybody's in here saying like, dude, what's wrong with being anti-fascist? And everybody else was giving him shit. Dude, he got so hammered, bro. Dude, he responded to me and he just got ratioed in every possible way. So Andrew Kolvet tweeted this. Okay, here was his tweet. With the, Decision Desk HQ predicted 𝗙cie_𝗶𝗹𝗀 was going to be in second place. Now, again, I called this from election night. I've been calling it staunchly every day. But he said, Kolvet said, a woman with absolutely zero following, no groundswell of support, and no name ID absolutely killed it in mail-in voting in Los Angeles. It's just the way this state counts ballots, guys. Free PSA. If you don't want us to assume cheating, maybe make it a little less obvious. But guys, here's the problem. 𝗙cie_𝗶𝗹𝗀 is very well known in Los Angeles. Okay? She's been on the city council for a while. She is one of the most outspoken and vociferous, progressive city council members, extraordinarily well known in LA. Okay, none of these dickheads in fucking Phoenix know about her because they don't actually pay attention to LA politics, right? I mean, they get their information about Karen Bass on from Reddit posts and Facebook posts. Like, they probably don't even know that Karen Bass was a congresswoman. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like these guys are just fucking clueless. But of course they're here to stir the whole, oh, you cheated. Okay, now, this is what I said to him, though, where I said she was a very well-known local politician, you effing degenerate. Late voters voted for her to get Pratt out of the race. You're an effing moron, and your grooming org is going to get shut down, is what I said. But, dude, look at what he replied to me, dude. He replied and said, of course, he grabbed my profile picture and said, that face you make when you tell your friends, I swear the shrooms make you smarter. Oh, good one. Good one, Kolvet. All right, now, first off, before we get into my comeback, I do want to address the fact that, this guy doesn't know anything about shrooms, okay? My girlfriend, okay, my partner of 13 years, is a psilocybin facilitator, guys, okay? She is, partially running one of the psilocybin businesses here in Oregon with a member of her extended family, okay? So we're very well versed in psilocybin in this household. And for him to make a comment like that, this guy doesn't even understand if he did some psilocybin therapy, he would probably be not a fucking degenerate pig, looting money from a 501c3 and distributing that money to state senators for, fake elector schemes to get an Epstein rapist elected as president. Just saying, okay? You know what I'm saying? But so it's just funny that he makes some comment about shrooms, but homie has no idea whatsoever about the real value of mushrooms and psilocybin. And I mean, beyond their depression and their medicinal help, just even mushrooms, the fungal networks, what they bring to the world we live in, and the communication between plants and shit is just awe-inspiring, to say the least. But anyway, that's well beyond the reach of a 40-year-old guy who hangs out at high schools with Erika Kirk trying to groom kids, okay? For the record. But anyway, so my comeback to him was, right? My comeback to him was this. where I said, good one, right? And then I posted a picture of him and I said, good one, what's the face you make when you hide the details of your business partner's murder? You hide grapes and essay at your Christian org, are rumored to have an affair, maybe even with the dead guy's wife, and you funnel a ton of money through shell companies to fake electors, right? Oh, it's this face, right? Dude, this is also the face when you're, podcasting next to an empty chair while trying to grift, okay, off of your dead friend. But now, anyway, again, Kolvet is getting ratioed, right? And then he replied to me again, though, guys, because look at this. This guy replied to Andrew Kolvet and said, right? This guy replied to Andrew Kolvet and said, this is the best comeback you could come up with. Nothing constructive. No wonder TPUSA is filled with degenerates. And I said they're only good at covering up rapes, murders, and laundered money to Arizona state senators. And dude, he replied to me again, dude. He said, this is the best comeback you could come up with. Pedo slop? Dude, I didn't even mention pedo, right? Where does the pedo, right? He said pedo slop. Get back to me when your DSA comrades figure out how to count votes the way civilized society does, not the third world. Dude, he's so bad at this, guys. What is the pedo slop? I just don't. Yeah, dude. Oh, good one. Oh, good one. Oh, good one, dear. Good one. Dude, what a dork. Okay? What a dork. And I see other people now are getting in here too. I think Damian Toll got in here as well. Dude, somebody posted that face you make when you've lost a debate so badly, you have to look at their PFP. Dude, that is crazy. Oh man, dude. Where's the Damian Toll in response? I saw him getting into this too. Dude, Yashar Ali was like, dude, she was second in the last poll, right? Dude, just because Gunther Eagleman wasn't sharing AI-generated memes of her, it doesn't mean the voters didn't know who she is. Oh my God. Dude, isn't that wild? And then, of course, what's crazy about this, though, guys, is how dirty Kolvet is, okay? He really is, guys, dirtier than dirt, boss. I mean, just the financial improprieties alone, okay, are brutal. They're brutal, guys. These guys funneled money from evangelical billionaires through TPUSA to then Turning Point Action and Turning Point this and this Turning Point and TP Faith and all these other things. And then they pay out money to other small companies with no employees, to state senators and various fake electors. Tyler Bowyer was one of the fake electors. So was the state senator, Jake Hoffman. And now they're sitting at Charlie's old desk next to his empty chair, still fucking grifting and funneling money to all manner of corrupt, just degenerate individuals. Okay. And he looks like he hasn't taken a shit since, Obama was president. Holy shnikes. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.